So I've just found this property I'm going to call up about. The spec is okay, needs a bit of improvement. They're looking for a long-term let, minimum tenancy of 12 months, available right now, unfurnished. So let's give them a call.
This call may be recorded for training and monitoring purposes.
This phone call is
Thank
also
you for calling Connells. Please press 1
for training and
sales
monitoring
2 for
purposes.
Good afternoon, Connells. What's your speaking?
Hiya, good afternoon. My name's Kenny. I'm just looking at a property on Alfred Place in Dorchester.
Oh, yeah.
And I see the minimum tenancy length that the landlord's looking for is 12 months. Looking for a long term. So it's kind of exactly what I'm looking for. So I've been looking for a property in Dorchester for a long time. So if I tell you a bit about myself and what we do, then we can go from there. So I'm a small family-run company-let business where we rent properties just like this on a long-term basis. Is that something that the landlord would be open to, working with a company-let?
Oh, you're the second one with one of the. I had a company chat yesterday. So essentially, without going into too much detail about this one, I am open.
Was that Troy? Was that Troy by any chance?
Was it
a chap called Troy?
It was. Yes, indeedy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He sent me the details through. I am a very I'm kind of I've got no filter, so I'll just tell you how it is. Whereas some agents will probably go, oh yeah, that's fine, book you on an appointment, but it doesn't go any further. For me, obviously, there's some landlords who want company lets, and there will be some that just definitely don't, and it's just not going to work. So particularly with this property, now he did send me loads of information over, because I said to him, I'm certainly open to working with companies where there is just definitely going to be benefits to landlords, where I can give them other options. So I'm definitely, I'm kind of open to that. I've not been persuaded yet, because past experience of company lets and things going pear-shaped have far outweighed, not going down the company let route. But this particular property, the landlord is very, very, very particular and actually wants to meet the tenants.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the suitable landlord, which is fine.
Really isn't. It's one of those where it has to be absolutely right, even to the point that the landlord only wants me as the manager to actually do the viewings.
Yeah.
So I did speak to Troy about that and say, look, you've got about as much chance as winning the lottery as this one working out.
Yeah, I mean,
that isn't to say.
No, that's absolutely fine. So that's absolutely fine. It's not going to be every single property and every single landlord, but what we like to do, and I know Troy very well. I've met Troy many times. I'm glad he's called you. He's beat me to it, and that's exactly what you should be doing. So what we're looking to do is work. We're looking to work with agents, not to take properties off your hands. It depends on the sort of, are you on a tenant find or a tenant management? If you're under a tenant management contract with the landlord, we'd still expect and hope that you would manage the property. We essentially just become a guaranteed rent tenant.
Yeah.
And the property would be kept immaculate, professionally cleaned, with the turnover of guests. Essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
So I've operated in Dorchester before, a Stratton House on the High Street. I had a service department there for a year.
Brilliant.
It was kept immaculate, So we're essentially just trying to repeat the process. So if you have any landlords at all come on your books where they're more open-minded, then
yes,
Dorchester is very good, kind of strong contractor demand. They're investing a lot of money into the hospital, so perfect accommodation within the area. So it gives everybody a bit more choice aside from just hotels,
Yeah, and look, I'll be honest with you. I'm waiting for someone to change my mind with, something that's slightly outside the box, and that can only benefit us as a business because, it's not one size fits all with anything. And sometimes there is that opportunity with properties that just would lend itself to, something like what you're providing. It's just, essentially, once you've got one with us, and we've worked with you, then it will, you can build on that.
That's 100%.
So
I get that.
I would just say, chase us, come back to us, send us emails, it's a bit like our contractors. There's contractors that we provide to landlords, and there's people who get a lot of business from us. There's no reward for us apart from we know that those people are great and they're going to do a good job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to build trust, build the trust in the follow-ups, the consistency. You want to work with consistent people. So I get it. You need to test the likes of me to see if I'm consistent, and
Yeah, and I don't mean that you need to pass a test, but more like, it's once something's worked and it's kind of, once you start doing something and you're doing something slightly differently, but it works and it can have benefits for, those group of landlords that will be open to that, then, why not? If you are not even thinking that way, you're kind of losing an opportunity. So I'm more than happy, you can always come back to me. Troy has sent me an email with some bits and pieces. I think he did a follow-up email just saying, did you get this? We're at month end, so I've got about 11 people moving in tomorrow, so I can't tell you. It probably sounds like I'm very calm, but I'm not.
No, estate agent job, I can imagine, is very stressful. Yeah. No, perfect. Well, thank you for the conversation, and I'll sure to be in touch. I may even pop in the shop one day.
Yeah, no, that's great. And no, please do come back. So you can come back to either of us, and if the property you think is great, but even if it's every property that comes on, give us a bell and we'll talk you through, whether it's one that's doable, and we'll see what we can do.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Amazing. Yeah, you too.
Cheers, Dawn. Bye.
Bye.
Catching!
That's how it's done. Well done, Troy. You beat the mentor to it, so that's very good.